Hey, how's it going? I'm Chris with PearsonCopy.com, and I'm here to help your brand make more sales with email. As a part of my 100 emails in 100-day breakdown challenge, I'm going to be breaking down an email today from the brand Diggs. This is a pet and dog brand, and they sell crates, accessories, and various things like that to help your dog stay comfortable, happy, and healthy. So, with that being said, this email, for context, is a promo email. Um, it's a last chance email, so there's urgency in it. So the subject line here is ends tonight, 50% off the starter pack. They are selling a specific starter pack, a specific bundle, which I think is great. What caught my attention is the starter pack. Because I am a dog owner, recently got a puppy about 8-9 months ago. And the idea of trying to put together all the things, the accessories and things that I needed to take care of this dog was a big deal, was a big pain point. So when I clicked in this, I was expecting to have that pain point resolved, and I think I did. I think Diggs does a great job of doing that. So that was my curiosity, just clicking through and saying, okay, what are they actually selling with this starter pack? So that's two things just off the subject line here. Is one, if you can bundle things to solve a bigger pain point while also charging more, that's a great way to increase average order value and just increase revenue. Because one product like a crate might solve a couple problems, but if you put a crate, a bed, a blanket, and a training toy or training device to keep the dog happy in the crate, those four things are going to solve a lot more problems for the customer, as opposed to just one product on its own. So bundles can be super powerful. The second thing is with these urgency emails, you just come out and just sell instant 15% off starter pack. You go right for the sale and just say, hey, this is it. This is the last chance you're going to get at this bundle for this price. You don't get fancy. You don't want to get clever. You just want to get out of the way and let the email sell. So those are the two insights from the subject line that I like, and basically the two reasons why I opened this one up to do the breakdown on. The from name is Diggs, the brand. So they're doing the standard brand name, hello@diggs.pet. Looks like they're using .pet instead of .com. So they're using the standard brand name and then the hello@ email for their brand from name and from email, which is pretty straightforward. Most brands do that. You can do something where you make this email from a specific person, maybe from an inventory person, from the CEO, from somebody in the company. Say, hey, by the way, it's your last chance. I wanted to make sure you got this bundle before the rest of the customers, or we ran out, or we end the sale and we put things back to full price. Having emails come from an actual person or feel like it's coming from an actual person, whether it's from the brand or a person or otherwise, does a lot to building a relationship and creating trust with your customers. So yeah, there's that. As I move down here, I haven't seen this in a while from the last couple brand breakdown videos, but I'm glad Diggs is doing it. So when you have a design first email, when you do a lot of design work and elements and layouts, having a view in your browser button here at the top, or link right here at the top, actually opens this email in a browser tab. This makes it so that your customers can see your design in your email on a full scroll page, so they can see all of it and all the work that you've been doing with the design. If you don't have this, in some cases, it doesn't happen very often, but it can, where your email provider actually blocks or removes images or distorts them because of the layout or how the email is coded. So if you want to make sure that doesn't become an issue, just in general, you can add this view in your browser to help the customer view the email in a browser tab. So if anything is disordered or broken or otherwise, they can click here and see the whole email anyway. So yeah, I really appreciate it when brands do this because it makes it easier for people to consume their emails. Next piece here, we have the brand logo and the brand name. It's not too big or too wide or too obtrusive. It's just reminding the customer, yep, you're in the right place. You're at Diggs. Keep on scrolling. Go and check out the offer that we promise in the subject line. And then here they have a little banner that says last chance. This banner does move on the live version in the email. It just move, I think, left to right or right to left. One of the two. It moves back and forth. But this is just an urgency piece. It's a hey, last chance, just reminding you and letting the customer know, hey, this is the last chance you're going to see this offer, so you better buy it now. And then PF cut off that. And then this is the start of the email content. Shop the puppy starter pack. So something here that you'll notice, like I said with the subject line, when you're doing an urgency or last chance or cart closing in 24 hours, you don't have really much lead copy. It's really just getting right into the offer and what the offer is, the guarantee, what's included in the offer, what the guarantee is, and then what they need to do to actually buy the offer. So this email follows that pattern really closely. They just kind of get out of the way and say, hey, here's a starter pack for 15% off, and that's the offer. Here, this is the first paragraph of copy here. I do like the addressing the pain point because I know this is real because I've been through it, and I know other people that have gotten puppies and dogs too have been through this too. So life can get a little hectic when you have a puppy. That's very true, very real. And the one thing I'd say here is maybe expand on this or dimensionalize it for the customer. So life can get a little hectic when you have a puppy. So a little hectic, that's a very general statement that can mean a lot of different things, which makes sense on why they could be using it. But I would go a little more specific and say, hey, life can get a little hectic. Your puppy's starting to pee on things. They're chewing on your slippers. They're trying to get outside, out the front door when you open it, but you haven't trained them yet to stay inside. Maybe they bark and whine in their crate. Maybe they're uncomfortable in their crate because they don't have a bed. Like plant some of those seeds of the actual pain points here instead of just saying life is a little hectic and saying general. One or two more lines here would actually improve, or I guess boost the connection emotionally, and have people saying, yes, that's exactly what I'm going through right now. Even if they just nod to one of the 5 things you mentioned, it's still better than saying life can get a little hectic. This being general is probably hurting sales. Getting more specific typically means more sales. I'd imagine they tested this and they use different copy here to get the click to shop now to use the coupon. So I'd imagine they're testing and they figured out that this works well for them. But I would test more and just say, hey, how much more specific can we get with the actual pain points that are going on here on why they should buy the starter pack or this bundle as opposed to not. So there's just some options there to increase clicks and increase sales. And then something else too that I really like is the puppy starter pack. So them giving it a name, even though that seems like a very obvious name, it's a name that a lot of brands aren't using, or they're not seeing, that they're not, customers aren't seeing everywhere. So giving a bundle, a pack, a collection, a name, a specific name that people can search for or remember by is going to help a ton, because they're most likely not going to remember the items that are in the bundle. They're going to remember the bundle name and know that that's something that they wanted. They're not going to remember the items in the pack very specifically. They're just to know that this is what they wanted, and that's the name that it's called. So that's something else that I really like, and that's a huge insight for other brands. If you're trying to sell bundles, packs, or collections, is to give it a specific name or unique name that people can search for and remember it by. And then say 15% when you shop the bundle, shop now, discount automatically apply to checkout. So I really appreciate the fact that Diggs does this, that they one, apply it automatically at checkout, and two, they mention here and tell the customer, hey, this is auto applied. You don't have to have a code. Just go shop now and get this bundle. One other thing I might add here is only applies when these items are in the cart or in the checkout. Just to clarify one more time that like you have to have these 3 or 4 items. Looks like 3 here in the picture. These 3 items in the cart for the checkout or for the bundle to actually get the coupon code. Mentioning that here too would be even more clarity, which can help. But yeah, I really appreciate that they mention that it auto applies so people don't freak out and say, hey, where's the code? The next section here, what's included. This is great. So once you make an offer to somebody, you got to tell them what's inside. Like, hey, I made the offer and the promise, the big benefit, and also what am I removing for the big hurdle and the big first objection. Here's what's included in that after you make that promise, and say with the headline in the offer. So I really like how Diggs breaks this down. So what's included? It has all the pet parent approved essentials you need for life with your new best friend. I really like this piece of copy. It's packed with just emotion. So pet parent approved essentials, and then you need life for your new best friend. So that's very true that the dog, if you do get a dog, if you've ever had a dog, you know that they do become your best friend. Pets in general typically feel that way, right? So something here I did note is that the pet parent approved, this right here is a statement. It's a claim, essentially. So what I would do is I would take this right here, this claim, which is a great claim to make, and I would follow up this what's included section with a social proof section of reviews from pet parent approved people that have bought from Diggs before, these items or in general from the brand. Not showing reviews kind of leaves this pet parent approved statement hanging, and people may get the idea of, okay, you're just saying that, but I don't see the proof. Prove it. It's always great when you make a statement to give a reason why you made that statement, and then also, if you can, prove that it's true. Not because you said it is, but because your customers say it is, but because some study said it is, because some research said it is, something that proves a statement, right? So yeah, that's something here I would add in at the bottom of this email, which I think Diggs does try to do. They have something from People Magazine that has a review saying that how great the brand is, but that's not pet parent approved. That is People Magazine approved. So that's the difference there that I would say I would update the email with. And then a few pieces here. So this next section, or a few sections, they have basically the product, the features, and the benefits of each product. They do mention bestseller here for the crate. They have the product name, and they mention feature and benefit combos here. I think there's 2 in this one. But they essentially say, hey, give your pup a safe, comfortable space in their new home, diamond-shaped wire mesh, puppy paws and jaws safe. So you've got features and benefits throughout this whole paragraph, and they're just selling the crate, essentially, right? Something that I would test, or I may suggest, is like with this, dimensionalize what this means. So puppy paws, jaws, and safe, so they don't chew through the mesh or something like that, right? So it's implied, but just getting more clear on this, because this is a direct offer. This is a straight offer email. Like there's no lead up, there's no emotional connection. It's really just like, hey, this is your last chance, and urgency is going to be the main driver here. So I would maybe dimensionalize this a little more so people understand that like you're not going to get the outcome you want with your puppy until you buy this. And again, here's another section, the snooze, which is the comfy memory foam orthopedic mat, features and benefits stack here with the good picture. But again, they just talk through the features and benefits of what does this mat or this memory foam actually do for the dog, and how does it help them? There's your features and benefits. And they do one more here with Groove, which is this, it's like a training, what do they call it here? Positive reinforcement. It's like a training tool for your dogs. So you actually clip this onto the side of the crate so that it's secure on the crate mesh or the crate wall, and the spreadable lickable item here is inside the crate so the dog stays occupied while they're in the crate. Also, it's a good way to get dogs into the crate. So, and the positive reinforcement of like every time you go in your crate, you get a treat. So that kind of feature and benefits explained here. I think they do a great job with these little stacks here of the product name, the features, the benefits, etc. And then they end this section with, oh, here's another feature, BPA free rubber, which is great. And then this last section here is let's get started. So with this offer, this direct offer, I would say buy your bundle now. I would test into buy your bundle now, or buy the puppy starter pack now, or shop puppy starter pack now. I wouldn't say let's get started. That's a little more casual and conversational for a direct offer email like this one. Let's get started could be something like, hey, we're going to teach you about why these things are needed for your puppy when they come home, or for your puppy as they mature in your home, or things like that. So let's get started is more of like a soft educational, informational type CTA, I would imagine, or just what it sounds like. But going with like a buy now, buy the puppy starter pack now would be more direct, which is in line with this email a little more. And then the next section here, next element, they have an as featured in section, which I think is great. Being able to show that these brands recommend digs. That's fantastic. Doing this maybe a little higher could be an option. Shop the puppy starter pack, shop now, brands here, and then what's included. So you bring up that big brands proof and credibility right here, right below the shop now, right before the direct ask. If they pass that and see that and say, okay, cool, these are big brands they trust, I'm going to shop now. Or if they say, okay, well, I need to know what's in it, what's included. And then I would take this section and basically make it a customer review section, because up here, think about this. Your pet parent approved essentials. So the pet parent approved, where's the pet parent approval, right? I would move this up to below that first shop now button, and then I would put the pet parent approved reviews here about this bundle, or the products about the bundle, or brand in general, just to prove that, like, yes, we did say the parents approve this, but we also are proving it with these reviews. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the Digs Crate is incredibly versatile. People magazine, they do use people's quote here as the social proof, but this I think could go to the top underneath. We can move this up to right below this, so you can have it as featured in, and then the People Magazine review, and then what's included, and then your review from your customers. So just moving these things around, these elements around, could potentially increase clicks and buys and sales, right? Just because the order that we're doing it in, and the expectation the customer's getting while they're reading the copy. And then finally, you have the last three sections here. You have your features of volume from the brand, the free shipping, $20 when you refer, buy now, pay later with Klarna. Then you have your general menu. I would consider removing this menu for this offer, since the last chance item. I would focus all your attention on this puppy starter pack and not bounce people around the site. You're trying to get sales and trying to get this. You're trying to get this code or this sale to actually generate sales. So let's direct them to one thing, which is the starter bundle, the starter pack. Let's not bounce them around. If they do want to go shopping other products at your site, they'll do that once they're already over there for the puppy starter pack, or they'll buy later. Adding this in is just a different CTA and it pulls away from the focus from the main offer that's in the email that you're using here. Then you have your tagline, your socials. I would potentially remove them from this. Again, it's a main offer, one offer type deal, last chance urgency email. I would remove the socials so they don't bounce around and forget that you're actually selling them something. And then finally, you have your footer, which is standard information, your terms and conditions on the coupon with the actual promo, when it starts and stops, and then your footer information, address, etc. So a few insights here, just as a recap. One, this is an urgency, got to buy now, last chance email. So with that in mind, getting straight to the offer, don't have to do a lot of lead in. You just say, hey, this is the offer. Here's the coupon code. Here's what the offer is. Here's what's included. Here's some social proof, and then get them and just ask them to buy. Anything outside of that's going to pull focus away from this email and what you actually want the customers who are ready to buy this or on the fence to, that you're going to try and get off the fence on into buying. You want to focus on that and only that in this email. If you had this email as like a general content email and you're saying, hey, this is what's included in this puppy starter pack. We want to educate you on bringing a puppy home if you just brought one home. Then yeah, add the menu, add the socials, and you want them to build trust in a relationship with you, not buy something just yet. If they're further back in the buying cycle or buying spectrum or buying journey, you want to build trust with them. So you try to give them education, information to build that connection. Whereas this is just a direct, straight offer. So take everything out that's not related to the offer and get them to either click and buy or leave. And then, so yeah, those are the two big insights. With that being said, go check out my other videos on YouTube. I'm doing 100 emails in 100 days as an email breakdown challenge. I got other videos there you can see from brands ranging from pets, medical, let's see here, food, supplements, etc. So any kind of brand that you could break down emails for, I'm trying to get through and show that to you so you can take those insights back and make more sales for your brand with email. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.